Hey, hello, guys. Welcome to Tea Time. Right, so why did we start with this thing? This is kind of an inside joke, but I'm going to ask your help now. So many of you know it, but not all of you know it. I hate exclamation marks. So anytime anyone from the marketing team suggests a text with an exclamation mark, I go ballistic. And this is kind of, one of the only things that just triggers me like mad. So you've got a mission out there as community members. You've got to go on the Matrix site and the Slitherine site and on our product pages. And if you notice an exclamation mark, just report it back to us. And we'll be running a contest. The first to get 10 exclamation marks on the team gets fired. It's as simple as that. If that's fine, I think we're pretty good for firing anyone on the team in a very short amount of time. But anyway, thanks for joining. There's a lot of you today. We have a pretty packed day. Bruno's been teasing you on social media about Command, so I wanted to run through a little bit of a Command, 10 minutes something, and give you updates on that. I mean, it's been quite a long time. We haven't announced anything for Command Modern Operations. As you know, the guys are working super hard on the pro side of things, meaning that the actual Command Modern Operations, as you know, the consumer version has been updated. I think it's over a year and a half ago now. We are going to make sure that the two versions of the software were sort of working in parallel, and the team has been extremely busy working on both on custom versions for the pro clients and in upgrading the consumer version. And I have to say that lately the pro version has taken the lead, so there haven't been any big announcement on the consumer version. Having said that, we are now able to finally announce new stuff coming for the consumer version, and in the form of a DLC. So the next DLC for Command Modern Operation is called Kashmir Fire. Kashmir Fire is going to release very, very soon. We're about a month away from release. It's a full DLC, so it's not a live DLC, not a small one. It means this is going to be a fully fledged 15 missions, 15 scenarios DLC, and they recreate the sort of conflict between Pakistan and India. We are putting a lot of effort into making this a very solid DLC. This is covering a vast amount of time, and it will be. I've just here got some notes from Roberto, who's kindly written me a lot of information about the DLC, because it's very technical stuff and I don't want to get anything wrong. So there was a huge variety of land, sea and air units present in the DLC. And of course, some of these are, involving local, so Indian and Pakistan Air Force and naval units. Of course, in the DLC, you'll have to control also USA and China units, because that's how big the conflict becomes. So you have the JFK ship. You got the J-20 from China. You have so as I said, China and USA will be present in the conflict, and the scenarios are pretty big. So some of these are pretty large scale. This DLC has been developed by one of the community members to start with, and then he became a full-on developer for this one. We are releasing the DLC, as I said, in May. It's going to be probably the biggest DLC in terms of length of gameplay we have ever released for Command. It's taking full advantage of the latest features. So I'm pretty happy that we're now reaching a stage where we can, confidently say that there will be probably 2 or 3 DLCs coming this year, and we are now able to focus on developing more and more content for Command than we've ever done before. Guys, we have developed a lot of the live scenarios. So far, we have released, I think, something like 17, coming from the old Command version or CMO version to this one. We have then been a bit silent about it, again, because of the pro work, but also because there are a lot of moving parts to this game. And we wanted to make sure that whatever we do as a plan consisted of solid expansions that take full advantage of new features or new addition to the database, or really big chunky stuff. And I think Kashmir Fire is definitely one of the best candidates to explain, to highlight that for you guys. So stay tuned. One of the things I wanted to see is all these things considered, how the release schedule looks like now. So Bruno, if you can pull that out, we can review the release schedule, and I'll review that. Okay, very good. Yes. So any question you have about this DLC, you can ask in the chat, and Robbie will be able to answer all of these. As some of you have correctly highlighted, we have released Close Combat Modern Tactics on Steam today. There's a substantial discount as well. Having said that, this means that you can now obtain your Steam key for the game if you already own the game on our site. I think this is the last Close Combat that was going to be released, that was left to release on Steam. So the whole collection is now available. And you're looking at, we're now able to look at the future of Close Combat, and we've discussed last week about, I think it was last week, about the mod for Close Combat, the Bloody First. We are not leaving the franchise unattended. Close Combat has a bright future ahead. We hear all the comments that were made on the Bloody First release. We took these on board, and we're now looking at the future of the franchise actively. We're not just thinking about it. So expect more news about the Close Combat franchise very, very soon. Next week we have the release of Master of Magic, Caster of Magic. Please go back, because I won't forget. I won't remember at all what I'm saying. Release the Caster of Magic for Windows DLC. This will be on Steam, on GOG, and everywhere else, on our site and everywhere else. Then on April 29th, we have Warplan Pacific. We have been teasing you and making you aware of this release for quite a long time now, with lots of videos. I think every Monday or every Friday we release a new feature video highlighting one of the new features for the Pacific Theater. So this is just about 2 weeks away from release, and we are very excited about it. After the great results of War in the East 2, we look forward to see how Warplan Pacific fares, but the game is absolutely fantastic. Then we have the other game with a date is Field of Glory 2 Medieval Reconquista. We have made a slight change here. It's the 20th of May, not the 21st. I think it was set for release on a Friday, which is suicide. You can ask me why we don't release games on a Friday in the chat if you want. But we're going to release this on the 20th, which is a Thursday. Then Command Kashmir Fire is also being added to the release list here. In May, we don't know exactly the release date, but it's definitely going to be in May. And everything else doesn't have a release date yet. but we're working on it. We're working on making sure that we add more firm release dates as we go. So definitely stay tuned on that. Right, so I'm seeing if there's any question. Bad Friday game releases a wreck weekends for someone. Well, no, it's really because we usually release a game on a Friday afternoon, on an afternoon. So if we release a game on a Friday afternoon and something's broken, we have got to work. There's no one around to fix things, so we need at least these 24 hours to make sure that if something is desperately wrong, we can fix it. And also because we don't want to wreck anyone's weekend, of course. Releasing any softs on a Friday is worse than or releasing. We usually someone's asking if we release stuff like a patch or an update or a new version of the site on a Friday, and of course that's not good practice at all. Distant Wars going to Steam, of course. Yes, you can wishlist it there, Kiranar. ICBM DLC. Why Midnight Mangler? I got something for you. Can you? Part of today's tea time was actually going to be about ICBM, actually. So if we can show some of the stuff we're implementing with ICBM. On ICBM, we have created an improved version of the globe featuring real satellite maps. So you're going to see for the first time this feature being implemented in the game. These are screenshots taken directly from in-game, from development build. You can see that we can now use an impressive level of detail. This is, I think, Oregon, and we feature satellite maps, make everything a bit more realistic. You can see how cool this stuff is. We also are going to feature new ground units very soon. There will be, as well as new ground units mechanics, which means that the game is going to sort of vastly improve in terms of new mechanics, new features, new stuff, and of course we're building a DLC on top of these new features so that we can take full advantage of that. New expansions, you will be able to play ICBM not only on a global scale but at a regional scale, which means that we can run like smaller scope maps but more detailed with units, with research, using ground units. So you see how the game is almost like it's changing massively visually, but also from a features perspective. The first expansion will focus on North America, and it will add new single-player scenarios as well. So you'll have both the single-player part of the game, which is surprisingly, the game started off as a big multiplayer game, and then it also developed a strong single-player user base. So we have to make sure that we satisfy both of these types of players. So you can see here, this is more like a regional map, and where stuff is happening at a regional level. So the next time that Mordante asks about the new announcement, I will not announce. This will come at the end of the stream, but this is good. This is very soon. We're not announcing a new game, though. We're announcing cool stuff and not a new game. I wanted to, on ICBM, I wanted to thank Tarsus and Tolis, who really helped us flesh this new system out in a massive way, especially the ground units element. And I think that the help of the community on the Discord and on Steam has massively helped ICBM in its development. I have to say that, when we started ICBM and part of the K project, it was heavily focused on, how cool the gameplay was. It definitely missed, the contribution of the community, because it's a single man, single man developer, right? So it's a guy who's doing an incredible job at following this game, but we desperately need the contribution of players to improve it. And this is really one of the cases where our community has been immensely helpful in fleshing this out and making it what it is now and what it will become. So it's been really impressive. So thank you guys for that. Couple of things more. Fog, we have a new tournament open. Philo Glory, so if you go on the tournament page, you can go on there, and it's open now. It's just open. So this is a Philo Glory Ancients tournament, Rome against the world. That's the theme, and you can start subscribing now, and the start date is April the 26th. So make sure you subscribe if you want to, because we keep running tournaments for Philo Glory Medieval, and then we switch, and then we go on, and this is probably going to be your last opportunity for a Philo Glory tournament before the summer. So that's also one important thing. Other things, other questions. We are missing our new followers. Thanks for following us, Tommy Shelby. And we're missing about 55 subscribers to unlock two new games on the Slit store. Make sure you do that. Also, on manuals for War in the East, we started shipping, as you know, for the pre-orders. I wanted to keep you appraised on how things are going. So we'll assess where we are at the end of the week. So during the weekend, we'll keep working on it, and on Monday, Tuesday next week, we'll assess and we'll tell you a proper timing of delivery for future manuals. As you know, the manual's big, and the requests were many, and it came it's coming in batches, so we have to dispatch in batches, and that's how it works. Did you ever get a coder for the fighter playing game? Did you get a coder for the fight playing game? I think we did, Mordante. Yes, I think we did. Yeah. There's actually an open position, if you guys are willing, for an artist, I think, on our site. So if you go on a career page on the Slitherine store, on the Slitherine site, there is an open position for an artist. We're looking for an artist for one, or actually a couple of our upcoming games. How is Battle Sector coming along? So release early or late May. We don't have a final release date yet. Much depends on a lot of moving parts. It's not only us, it's what happens within the Games Workshop pipeline, what our games are releasing. We need to find the right spot. I mean, the game is like almost done, I guess, in a sense that there's very little to fix and to assess, but there's still a lot of moving parts that are not game development related to take into consideration. Hello, Surtur. I didn't see you around, so hello, and thanks for being here. Good to see you around. Is there anything about combat mission? Combat mission still planned for June. As you know, we are implementing the PBM system on Cold War, so that's a big task for the Battlefront guys. So we've delayed the release until June, but it will release in June with the PBM implemented, which is great, and I really look forward to that. Will there be more gameplay videos for Starship Troopers next week on Monday? I think more gameplay, or Tuesday. Crappy 1441. That's coming next week. Final stages of approval for that, and. Right, so I want to give you, eat a biscuit, give you a bit more. These are Baz and Messino, which are a ripoff of French pins. They're very good, they're tasty, and so that's for biscuit of the day. So I owe you an announcement. Right, so as I told you last week, we have many unannounced games. We're working right now on 15 unannounced products. We also have a lot to show. We know that Battle Sector, Distant Worlds 2, Starship Troopers, many other projects we're working on are lacking the opportunity to showcase some big features. So we came up with this, idea of bringing back Home of Wargamers, but Home of Wargamers without filters. So Home of Wargamers has been always our yearly event where we invite developers and the press and they show them our games. Now, in the current situation, we can't invite anyone anywhere. We've been doing this in fancy Italian castles for a long time. We didn't do any last year, and we thought, why not bring it back, but for the players. And so we're announcing today that on May 11th we will be hosting a full day of announcements, presentations. We are going to give you a lot of behind the scenes look on what's happening in Slitherine, what has been our last year, insights, loads of insights, and we're going to announce 4 new games, 4 new big games. So this will run on the 11th of May. We are going to start beginning of the afternoon, so around 2 o'clock UK time, and we have a logo for that as well. Go for it, Bruno. Ah, it's me there. I didn't know that you're going to do that. So this is, your save the date. May 11th, we are going to tease you a lot, but also tell you a lot whilst we approach the date. So before we get to May 11th, you'll know a lot more about what we will showcase, the timing, the schedule, and a lot of the events that will run. This is going to be from 2 p.m. to the evening, and you get to see me a lot, but you see a lot of other people attending, a lot of other people from the company telling you more. We'll have Ian coming, telling us about how the company is doing, and we'll have producers, developers. We'll have a lot of announcements that you, I think stuff that you brought up in the chats a load of times, and we haven't been able to say yes, no, this is in development, can't tell you about it, and so on. So it's a lot of stuff you expect, and some things that you really don't expect, and you're going to love. So make sure that you're joining us on the 11th, and by the 11th, next week at tea time, we'll tell you a bit more about it. So you'll know about more of the games we're going to showcase, who is going to join us, and so on. So as we approach the date, it won't be with this background. We're going in full nice location to it. Make sure that everything works audio-wise, video-wise. Everything will be tested, hopefully, and I think there's going to be a lot of content for you to be happy about. So it's going to be very big. Just suffice to say that the whole company is working towards this date now. So it's going to be, what I hope to do is that we are going to broadcast this to you guys for, this is the primary reason we're doing it, tell you more about what we're doing, but it's also a way for us to, talk to a lot of people within the company, joined the company during the COVID pandemic, and we were never able to meet. And, some people that have joined the company that don't even know, what some others are doing, and so on. So it's a really good way for us as well to expand the concept of being a company that's very open, and we'll keep trying doing it, but we want to do it in the best possible way. Then 200 viewers today. We're going here to, I think, Asterix, I think you're right. I mean, when we started Tea Time, it wasn't that many people, and it's great to see that there's developers coming Tea Time. There's influencers, there's Twitch streamers, there's YouTubers, and so there's the community, really, the whole of the community, and we don't like it that there's filters between us and the players, and so everything has to be done in a way that it embraces all the community. So I think it's the real goal of Tea Time was really to open the doors a little bit, open the doors of the company, and I think we achieved that. So thanks for noticing it. What is the exact follower goal? I don't know, Bruno. What's the next goal for adding more games? Mike, missing Slitherine Spiel. Oh gosh, Spiel has been a fantastic experience for many years. I hope that we're able to go back there very, very soon. That was my, I think Spiel was the first time we showcased the first Battle Academy, Mike. Remember you coming along and saying hello from then. So it's great to see that we're still around and talking about war games. So that's great. And right, so Bruno, can you give me the list of streams, maybe? So upcoming stuff. You've got well, we've got Kashmir Fire played by Kushan just after this. So you're going to have a sneak peek, actually a decent peek of the command, the upcoming command DLC. At 6:30 you have Armor Brigade 1943, the mod played by Das Tactic. Tomorrow we have Warplan Pacific, played by Gamer, and at 6 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock we have War in the East 2 by XTRG. On Saturday we have a crazy guy named Kushan. You know that Kushan likes to play Command on a Saturday, right? So at 5 p.m. BST, Kushan will start his CMO marathon. He will play the Operation El Dorado Canyon in real time, and he will play for around 15-18 hours. So if you fancy some command, a lot of command, just join on Saturday. It will be a lot of fun, and you'll be Kushan's caffeine. So keep him awake and make sure he does the right thing even after 10 hours of play. He does his insane experience, and let's see how that goes. I'm pretty curious to see what it's like to play Command for 15-18 hours, because playing Fortnite for 15-18 hours, you just go in auto mode, you do your thing, but after 15 hours, are you able to make valuable strategic decisions or not? Then that's entirely up to Kushan to showcase that and see how that works. So this is going to be interesting. I'll probably tune in towards the end of it, Kushan, so to see how you're faring and say hello. So thanks for the effort and the insane idea you just had. Right, guys. So when will you stream again, Marco? Well, this is. I think I tried. There's a video of me playing Battle Academy somewhere, but you don't want to see that, G4. Definitely don't want to see that. Who's played Command for 22 hours? Paul. Okay, you played for. Paul. Well, Paul, I don't know. I don't know what to say. What do you comment on that? 22 hours is. I've never done anything for 22 hours in a row. I have to go to sleep at some point. So guys, thanks for joining us today. Next week we have the release of Castle of Magic for Windows and giving you more information about the Home of Wargamers event. As you see today, ICBM question came up. We were ready to show some screenshots. Tea time is also the opportunity to showcase some very cool things we're working on and giving you, exclusive peeks of things that are in progress. So, make sure you're there, and I will see you next week on Thursday at 4 o'clock UK time, and you'll know more about our event. So, cheers, guys. Bye.